everyone in attendance at this morning's commencement ceremony. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Jill Bodensteiner, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President and Director of Athletics. Welcome to St. Joseph University's 2023 Commencement Exercises. The academic procession is now entering Sweeney Field, led by the Grand Marshal, Associate Professor of Decision and System Sciences, Dr. Ruben Mendoza, who is also the advisor to the Alpha Iota Delta, Omega Rho, and Beta Gamma Sigma Honors Societies. College of Arts and Sciences students are approaching on your right. Followed by students from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and the School of Health Professions. On your left are students from the Erevan K. Hobbs School of Business and the School of Education and Human Development, each led by gonfalons or banners representing their schools. The graduates in today's procession include traditional undergraduates, as well as our adult learners who pursued their degrees through the professional and liberal studies and Hobb degree completion programs. You will notice that all candidates are carrying hoods with colors that represent their various academic disciplines. All hoods are lined in crimson and gray, the colors of St. Joseph's University. Today is an especially historic day as we mark our first commencement exercises since the University of the Sciences officially merged with St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's University was founded in 1851 by the Society of Jesus. Felix Barbalin of the Society of Jesus was the university's founding president. The university's Philadelphia College of Pharmacy dates back further to 1821 and is the nation's first pharmacy school. Each year, we celebrate its Founders Day on February 23rd. The university seal contains the family shield of Ignatius of Loyola, founder of the Society of Jesus. The 7 gold bars represent the 7 sons of the House of Loyola. 2 wolves flank a cooking pot, representing the family's generosity to their soldiers and to the poor. St. Joseph's University is the 7th oldest Jesuit university out of 27 in the United States. The first president of the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy was Charles Marshall, who served from 1821 to 1824. Originally located on Willings Alley in Philadelphia, St. Joseph's moved to its current site in 1927. The university now comprises 125 acres in western Philadelphia and Montgomery counties, and 24 acres in University City. The university now boasts two signature buildings. Barbalin Hall on the Hawk Hill campus was formerly the highest point in Philadelphia, earning the university's nickname, Hawk Hill. Griffith Hall on the University City campus dates back to 1928 and is the oldest building on that campus. college colors of crimson and gray date back to the 1890s, when it is related that a young seminarian leading a pep rally looked down at the book he was holding and saw the colors. Thinking they looked attractive together, he announced that crimson and gray would be the school colors. In the fall of 1970, St. Joseph's College opened its doors to women as full-time students. And in 1978, the Secretary of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania recognized St. Joseph's as a university. Susan Hayhurst, the first woman to graduate from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, earned her graduate degree in pharmacy in 1883. St. Joseph's has a Phi Beta Kappa chapter in the College of Arts and Sciences, Beta Gamma Sigma in the Hobbs School of Business, a Rho Chi chapter in the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, and an Alpha Eta chapter in the School of Health Professions. The Joseph W. England Library in University City houses one of the nation's most complete collections of pharmaceutical literature, including many rare volumes on the history of pharmacy and medicine dating back to the Middle Ages. One book in that collection was owned by Isaac Newton. In 1929, the student yearbook editor started a contest to identify a symbol to represent the St. Joseph's athletic teams. More than 100 submissions were narrowed down to 2, with Hawks winning out over the Grenadiers by a slim margin in the final vote. John Gallagher of the class of 1931, a catcher on the St. Joseph's baseball team, submitted the winning suggestion. Today, the St. Joseph's baseball team will compete for its first Atlantic 10 championship since 1974. During the 1954-55 men's basketball season, Jim Brennan of the class of 1958 started developing an idea for a Hawk mascot. He originally wanted to introduce a live bird, but later changed the concept to a costumed character. Using a $120 grant from the student government, he had the costume created and made his debut as the Hawk on January 4th, 1956. Since then, and including this season, a total of 59 St. Joseph students have donned the costume. St. Joseph's beloved mascot, the Hawk, flaps constantly during appearances. In fact, ESPN has determined that the Hawk flaps 6,500 times per game. During a final nail-biting basketball game in 1962 between the Hawks and their rivals, the Villanova Wildcats, Villanova fans began to chant, "The Hawk is dead." In response, a proud cry rose from the St. Joseph stands, "The Hawk will never die." From that day forward, St. Joseph's rallying cry was born. A bronze statue of Abraham Lincoln, one of 3 originals made by Daniel Chester French, sculptor of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., sits at the entrance to Griffith Hall in University City. Virtually every student who has attended Philadelphia College of Pharmacy since 1928 observed the tradition of rubbing President Lincoln's right foot for good luck. On September 27, 2015, Pope Francis, himself a Jesuit, visited St. Joseph's University during his 2-day visit to Philadelphia. While on campus, he blessed a sculpture located outside the Chapel of St. Joseph, celebrating the interfaith relationship between Jews and Catholics. In 2018, the Barnes Foundation and St. Joseph's embarked on a long-term educational partnership. This includes operation and management of the 12-acre Barnes Arboretum at St. Joseph's and a reimagined art museum named the Francis M. McGuire Art Museum. The McGuire Art Museum opened to the public this year. The McGuire-Wolfington Welcome Center was once the former residence of archbishops and cardinals of the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. It counts among its distinguished visitors 3 popes, 3 presidents and first ladies, senators, governors, and ambassadors. In attendance at the university's 125th anniversary celebration in 1976 was Princess Grace of Monaco, the former Grace Kelly of Philadelphia. This year's graduates will join an alumni network of nearly 100,000 individuals worldwide. St. Joseph's is one of 354 Division I schools in the country, competing at the highest level in 20 intercollegiate sports. Our student athletes test their mettle against other top athletes in the Atlantic 10 Conference and are part of the famed Philadelphia Big Five sports tradition. Since its founding in 1821 as the first college of pharmacy in North America, the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy has trained countless pharmacists and pharmaceutical researchers and contributed to many breakthroughs in the field of pharmacy. This past year, Dr. Cheryl McConnell, a 35-year veteran of higher education, was elected as the first woman to lead St. Joseph's University. She will be inaugurated this coming fall. St. Joseph's has over 10 centers and institutes with focuses ranging from business ethics to autism research and education to bioethics and to addiction recovery and support. Over the past 5 years, St. Joseph's has produced more than a dozen Fulbright or Goldwater Scholarship recipients and was again named a top Fulbright producer in the nation. Next in line, in the academic procession, representing the alumni, are members of the St. Joseph's class of 1973. The inclusion of the Golden Jubilarians, or the Golden Hawks, in the commencement exercises is a long-standing tradition. The Golden Hawks are led by Alumni Association President Ali Corso, classes of 2009 and 2022. Let's give a round of applause to the members of the class of 1973. And now entering are the amazing members of the St. Joseph's faculty, led by their colleagues who are serving as marshals. The faculty and administration who are represented in the procession wear the robes and hoods of their various colors, signifying their areas of academic discipline and the universities from which they received their highest degrees. And concluding the academic procession are members of the stage party. The stage party consists of the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, the Dean of the Erevon K. Hobbs School of Business, the Dean of the School of Education and Development, the Dean of the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, the Dean of the School of Health Professions, members of the university's Leadership Council, members of the Board of Trustees, the honorary degree recipient and her escort, and at the end of the procession, Dr. Bryce R. Wachterhauser, Interim Provost, and the 29th President of St. Joseph's University, Dr. Cheryl A. McConnell.
President McConnell, deans, members of the faculty, administrators, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, alumni from the 50th reunion class, members of the graduating class, and guests. Welcome to the commencement exercises for St. Joseph's University, class of 2023. And now, please rise for the invocation, which will be offered by Professor of Sociology, Dr. Susan Clampett Lundquist. Following the invocation will be the singing of the national anthem by graduating senior Jacqueline Ward and rising senior Thomas Betterly.
Creator of heaven and earth, bless the students and their loved ones gathered here today. Illuminate the knowledge and experiences they have gained at St. Joe's, such that they may use it to transform society into one that prioritizes people over profit, compassion over self-centeredness, and sustainability over short-term benefit. Grant us the gift of awe that we may strive to protect our natural world. Grant us the gift of empathy that we may see dignity in all those around us, including those we disagree with, and especially those who have been oppressed and marginalized in our world. And grant us the gift of courage. Adapting the words of Father Dean Brackley, help us to have the courage to listen, have the courage to receive, have the courage to let your heart be broken, have the courage to feel, have the courage to fall in love, have the courage to get ruined for life, have the courage to make a friend. Bless this class of 2023 and give them the courage and wisdom to be truly in solidarity with others, building a better world for us all. Amen.
By the dawn's light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. And thank you, Ms. Ward and Dr. Klempert-Lundquist. Good morning. We have gathered here today to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2023 and to express our pride and admiration for this class of students. This ceremony is an important milestone in the lives of our graduates. They have reached the end of one part of their life's journey, and now they begin the next. At this time, I would like to introduce Emily Ash, an early childhood elementary education major with a double minor in faith justice studies and theology and religious studies minors, who will offer the valedictory remarks. Please welcome Ms. Ash.
Good morning, everyone. President McConnell, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty and staff, honored guests, family and friends, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2023. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I'm humbled to stand before you in celebrating this special occasion in our lives. Every single day, I'm grateful to be a Hawk. And every day I walk on this campus and think about how lucky I am to be here, with friends that have become a family, and a school that's become a home. And I, hopefully all of us, leave thinking the same, that we're grateful to be part of a community like St. Joseph's University, a community where we will gladly give a smile or wave to someone we know on our way to class, challenge ourselves academically in the classroom, and lastly, maybe most importantly, a community that will always hold the door open for the people around us. That's probably one of the first things I noticed when I stepped foot on Hawk Hill. No one was slamming a door in my face. People were actually waiting for me to reach them before they let the door go. It was like an unspoken rule saying, we welcome everyone in. No one gets left behind or shut out. We've tried to live that unspoken rule time and time again, and sometimes we have failed. And in those times of failure, we've stood up and said, let's try this again, but be better. Let's do something different. We continued holding that door open, welcoming in new opportunities of understanding as a school community and in each of our own lives. And this year, we got to live that fully, as SJU and University of the Sciences students welcomed one another as we created the new merged SJU. And please let me say, I'm so happy we joined together. No matter where we started, we all do belong. I don't say all this to only be nostalgic, but because of the lessons that SJU has taught me, how it's led all of us on a discovery of who we are. We are not just our major, or just our extracurricular activities, or just the fact that we can sing, or paint, or play a sport, or that we're really good at math. Those are all beautiful and necessary parts of who we are, but that is not all we are. St. Joe's has taught us that we are also thinkers, creators, and leaders. We've learned how to be leaders in each of our own ways, and in every area and profession, there's a call for a new kind of leader. The world needs leaders to hold the door open for the people around them. This world needs leaders who say, we welcome everyone and want to see the success of all people. A leader is not just someone who tells everyone else what to do, but a true leader, a servant leader, is one who sees eye to eye with those they serve, with those on their team, and desires to understand who they are in order to better serve. A true leader is one who's not focused on the power that comes with it, but the responsibility that they hold in their hands to not only advance themselves, but work together to advance the whole community, walking together. We've learned every day how to be these leaders. We've had the immense privilege of being Jesuit educated at St. Joseph's University, developing the understanding that our mission in this world is not centered around what we do or what our job is, but in who we are and how we choose to live. We've learned that by living the Magis, living what that greater means for us, we leave places we enter better than when we found them. We've learned how to ask tough questions and find solutions to them. We've learned how to let our voices be heard. And while doing all this, welcome the joy of laughing with friends while doing homework in the library. These lessons are what make good leaders. To quote St. Ignatius, we are ready to go forth and set the world on fire together. Let's walk together into this world, ready to be leaders that hold the door open for the people around us. Thank you, and congratulations to the St. Joseph's University class of 2023.
Thank you, Ms. Esch. At each commencement ceremony, we recognize and honor those who graduated from St. Joseph's 50 years ago. Today, we are pleased to have so many graduates of the class of 1973 with us. I ask that the class of 2023 rise and lead all of us in recognizing our Golden Hawks. Thank you. I would like to take a moment now to honor two members of our faculty who will be retiring and extend our deepest gratitude for their contributions to St. Joseph's University. Dr. Virginia Johnson, Professor of Education, and Dr. Michael Bruist, Professor of Chemistry. Please rise and be recognized. We are also pleased to have with us today several faculty members who were awarded the Benny Marenti Medals for 25 years of service. Please rise as I call your name. Dr. Paola Giuli, Professor of Modern and Classical Languages. Christine Flanagan, Professor of English, Writing, and Journalism. Dr. Tani Jumbalingam, Professor of Food, Pharmacy, and Healthcare. And Dr. Philip Schatz, Professor of Psychology. St. Joseph's takes pride in its many dedicated and accomplished teachers. The prestigious Christian R. and Mary F. Lindback Award honors dedicated and accomplished teachers is given to a faculty member only once in a lifetime. This year's recipient is Dr. Roberto Ramos. Dr. Ramos is a widely respected professor of physics and is known for his innovative teaching methods in both introductory and graduate level courses. Dr. Ramos makes extensive use of physical demonstration, flips classroom pedagogy and introductory courses to involve students more often, and pioneers storytelling video projects in several classes. Dr. Ramos' contributions extend well beyond the classroom. He was awarded the 2022 Honorary Award for Teaching Excellence at the University of the Sciences, along with the 2016 U Sciences Bright Ideas Award for Teaching Innovations. He has mentored both undergraduate and graduate student researchers and has been published in top scientific journals, including Science, Nature Communications, Physical Review, and Journal of Applied Physics. Dr. Ramos serves as faculty advisor to the university chapter of the Society of Physics Students, a chapter that has won several awards during his tenure. For over a decade, he has led the Summertime Physics Wonder Girls Camp for middle school girls. The camp, which has received widespread recognition, provides an important formative experience for the girls and for the undergraduate students who serve as counselors and mentors. Throughout his career, Dr. Ramos has challenged students and helped them reach their full potential. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Ramos. The Tengelman Distinguished Teaching and Research Award was established to honor a St. Joseph's University faculty member excelling in both teaching and research. The 2023 recipient is Dr. Amy Lapointe-Tarosky. Dr. Tarosky serves as Professor of Educational Leadership and is the Director of the Interdisciplinary Doctor of Education Program for Educational Leaders. In her career, Dr. Tarosky has served as an assistant principal, teaching consultant, and researcher. She is widely recognized as a leader in her field. Since joining St. Joseph's, she has provided leadership and direction to our doctoral program in educational leadership, developed 7 new courses, taught multiple courses at both the master's and doctoral levels, and directed dozens of theses and dissertations. Her research has focused on the needs of teachers and principals working in K-12 urban schools, as well as on higher education. Dr. Tarosky has authored or co-authored 5 books, 9 book chapters, and 22 scholarly journal articles while remaining committed to practical engagement with schools and educational outreach networks on local and international levels. She is the university liaison to the Philadelphia School District and is a founding director of Foi et Joie, the largest Jesuit educational network in Haiti. Dr. Tarosky exemplifies the values of our Jesuit educational mission, personal excellence, professional success, and a lived commitment to the service with and for others. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Tarosky. Lastly, this year's recipient of the Catherine S. Murray Lifetime Service Award is Dr. Frank Berndt. In his 3+ decades as a part of the university community, Professor of Education Dr. Berndt has played a key role in advancing the Jesuit mission through his service in governance, assessment, and evaluation of academic programs and time spent in the classroom. Dr. Berndt chaired the Assessment Committee for the General Education Program and was a member of both the Middle States Assessment and Evaluation Committees for our 2002-2004 self-study. He assisted with the transition of the Department of Education into its own school, serving as Associate Dean of the School of Health Studies and Education. More recently, Dr. Berndt guided university leadership through a reorganization of the school into the School of Education and Human Development. His deep commitment to the university mission was evident in his 9-year tenure as director of the Faith Justice Institute, during which he was responsible for extraordinary growth. His focus on Ignatian principles is evident in his work internally, serving on and leading many identity-related search and planning committees, and externally organizing numerous service immersion trips and engagement with the community in Philadelphia. Leadership in service, the university's mission, and the causes of faith and social justice are embedded in Dr. Berndt's way of life, in which he lives with rare humility, compassion, and dedication. Congratulations to all our faculty award winners. The President will now confer an honorary degree on one of our own, Marlene Sanchez Donor, of the class of 1983. I welcome Lexi Morrison, JD, Director of the Office of Title IX and Equity Compliance, to the podium to introduce our honorary degree recipient.
Today, the university honors Marlene Sanchez Donor in recognition of her outstanding professional achievements and dedication to St. Joseph's University. Ms. Donor is the former Executive Vice President for Comcast NBC Universal Telemundo Enterprises, where she was responsible for operations, finance, and strategic initiatives for NBC Universal's Hispanic franchises. Originally from Puerto Rico, Ms. Donor has had a distinguished career. Prior to joining NBC Universal, she served as Senior Vice President for Comcast Corporation, overseeing all aspects of Comcast relationships with the institutional investment community and shareholders as the corporation grew to a Fortune 50 global media and technology company. For nearly 2 decades at Comcast, Ms. Donor led financial communications, most notably during the company's acquisition of NBC Universal, and strategically repositioned Comcast in the financial community during and after its landmark 2002 acquisition of AT&T Broadband. Prior to that, she was a vice president at PNC Bank, where she managed a corporate lending portfolio and developed comprehensive banking relationships with Fortune 500 clients across a variety of industries. Since receiving her bachelor's degree from St. Joseph's in 1983, Ms. Donor has remained a dedicated and generous alumna. She has served on the university's Board of Trustees, the Women's Leadership Council, and the Aravan K. Hobbs School of Business Board of Visitors. She was the first recipient of the Alumni Professional Achievement Award in 2016. During the awards ceremony, Ms. Donor remarked that being the first woman and individual of Hispanic descent to receive the award spoke to a view of diversity that Jesuit traditions stand for. Ms. Donor also earned a master's in finance from Drexel University in 1990. She is currently a trustee for the Philadelphia Museum of Art and a member of the Barnes Foundation's Ambassadors Board, AmeriCare's Leadership Council, and the McGuire Art Museum Advisory Council. Ms. Donor has been recognized by the Imogen Foundation, Cablefax, the magazine, and the Women in Cable and Telecommunications Foundation, who honored her in 2005 with their Woman to Watch Award, recognizing outstanding achievement and commitment to developing women leaders. It is with great pride that St. Joseph's awards Marlene Sanchez Donor the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
Thank you, Lexi, for that kind introduction. And good morning, everyone. I am thrilled to receive this honorary degree and to join you in sharing the excitement of this day. Let me start by congratulating you, the SJU class of 2023. Today marks a long-anticipated achievement for each of you, so be proud of your accomplishments and celebrate the first of many milestones on your new journey. Today, you are united by your shared experiences at St. Joseph's and surrounded by the great affection of your parents and your family, of the faculty and administration, and of the friends you made here who are probably sitting right next to you. I hope that as you look back on the last 4 years, you will share with me the feeling that attending St. Joseph's has turned out to be one of the best decisions of our lives. Like me, I hope you're celebrating that choice today. My parents sent me off from San Juan, Puerto Rico, with a fundamental love of learning, debate, and discussion. And once here, St. Joseph's reinforced that, widening the lens through which to see the world, understand diverse points of view, and learn how to be of service to others. Now, I recognize that your college experience has been quite a bit different than mine, starting with the fact that my college experience is now ancient. It's been 40 years since I graduated. It was difficult to think about that, let alone write it. You, in turn, experienced St. Joseph's before, during, and after a global pandemic. And you learned to adapt, and you learned to care for each other, and you learned to speak up. Those 3 things will be invaluable as you start your life beyond St. Joseph's. My Board of Trustees service here and my ongoing involvement at SJU have provided me with a constant reminder of how much a Jesuit education really does make a difference. My husband, Brian, also an active alum, shares my love and admiration for our Jesuit education, and so we are able to enjoy our many interests together. Thank you, Brian. Today, as 16 years of your formal education may be ending, I want to emphasize the ongoing importance of Jesuit commitment to serving others and to the value of lifelong learning. I have to admit, I didn't have a plan for my career. On a day just like today, 40 years ago, although it was raining harder than it is today, and we were inside what we used to simply call the field house, all I knew was that I had a job here in Philadelphia and that it would give me the ability to be independent and to chart my own course. But I had no idea where any of that would lead. If there is one thing that shaped my success, in addition to a lot of hard work, it was my desire to continue to learn. When I was a commercial banker, every few years I would ask to move to a different specialized team where I could learn a new industry. And after 12 years of that, when I thought I had learned everything there was to learn in banking, I moved to one of my corporate customers. At Comcast, I was lucky to join a still small, high-growth company in a business that was expanding rapidly. And so the challenge to learn was always there. As you consider your work life, I also think it's important to work with a team where innovation, integrity, inclusivity, and community service matter. Now that I no longer work at a full-time job, I'm honored to serve in a number of boards, and I also find time to travel and to read. I've resurrected my study of French. I did start at St. Joe's as a French major. And I'm studying art appreciation and history, which is something I simply never had the time to do before. Your lifelong journey starts in earnest tomorrow. And believe me, staying intellectually active and working to develop the highest expression of your individual talents really does make for a very rich and fulfilling life. So let me challenge you to be passionately curious and confident in your ability to continue to change, to learn, and to grow. To be open to opportunity. There will be people who will see something in you that you cannot see in yourself. Listen to them. And don't take anything for granted or assume that only you are responsible for your good fortune. And speaking of good fortune, let's talk about sharing it. Everywhere you turn, you can find someone in need or something that can be made better. There is always much more work for us to do. So on this day of celebration, I want to also challenge you to continue to serve, because it's the right thing to do, because it is endlessly fulfilling, and because we are called as Jesuit-educated students to feel that responsibility to do more. There are many, many ways to serve. And when you can't do it yourself, because you're too busy or you don't know how to start, support others who can do the things you can't. 5 years ago, when Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico, where my entire family still lives, I was desperate to find a way to help the island and to help quickly. Luckily, I found AmeriCares, an organization that was already on the ground providing emergency aid. Since then, over the past 5 years, my husband and I have increased our support and expanded our engagement, targeting our support to AmeriCares programs in Puerto Rico that encourage preparedness and resiliency in underserved communities across the island. What started as a response to an emergency has flourished into sustainable support for those in need. So lead with your giving and with your ongoing commitment, and be confident in your ability to make a difference. Also, and this is where I put my alumni hat on, please find a way, big or small, to stay engaged with the university and to bring others in. You can help broaden the impact that a St. Joseph's Jesuit education can have on many more people. Thank you again for this recognition and for sharing your special day. I wish you every happiness and much success.
Thank you, Ms. Dooner. We will now have the presentation of candidates for degrees by the deans of the schools and the conferring of these degrees by the president. Dean James Carter will present the degree candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? These graduates have fulfilled all of the requirements established by St. Joseph's University for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Liberal Studies degrees, and are hereby presented to the President for the conferring of those degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's University and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Liberal Studies on all of those presented by the Dean and the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Graduates, you may now don your hoods. Will the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences come forward to be recognized? Please withhold your applause and refrain from cheering until all names have been read.
Amy Marie Kwiatkowski, Tori Elizabeth Kestel, Aaron L. Townsend, Alexandra Crespo, Enrique Ortiz de Montellano Ruby, Angela Madison Lensack, Ashley Margarita de la Cruz, Nicholas James Bonagora, Cassidy Joey Kovac, Julia Holtz, Kathleen Ann Rivera, Ryan M. Cahey, Kalea J. Zhou, Nyada Lisette Birch, Bolinga Gabriela Bacoca, Kayla Ann Evans, Denisa Isoka Ahadi Sandia, Elena Akello Head, Samira Zainab Afiba Toure, Reggie J. Neto, Andrea Tiffany Holliday, Vithita Sok, Damaris Jimenez, Corinne Lee Teague, Kritika Saini, Victoria Isabel Martinez, Gabriela Esther Lorenzo, Lenore Irene Schaffer, Alexandra Faith Calzaretto, Claire Susan Conahan, Michaela Jo Bracoli, Brendan M. Heffernan, Thomas DeRosa, Kyle Joseph Stein, William Patrick Woods, Megan Hildegard O'Connor, Matthew J. Damer, Thomas Henry McGovern, Anna Stacy Marie Adley Breville, Anna Mae Graham, Jillian L. Halbiger, Jade Magenta McNulty, Caitlin Michaela Sterling, Angelina Sokivka, Caitlin Elizabeth Schlick, Alyssa Renee Doyle, Jordan May Pace, Isabella Marie Paoli, Gabriella Rose Gazzardo, Caitlin Noel Riceley, Alexander Malcolm Kahn, Liam James Connolly, Jonathan Joseph Cook, Nicholas Joseph Patetta, Michael Gerard Mulvihill, Addison Joseph Waldman, Fu D. Vu, Karandeep S. Doku, Sibi Soju, Caitlin Colleen Shahusky, Julia Lynn Carlin, Brian David Kiesling, Lauren Anna Marie Frank, Emma Grace Hefner, Caitlin Teresa Moyer, Gianna Sacchetti, Natalia Ann Yip, Lily Rose Smith, Dylan Michael Dembinski, Timothy Ryan Clark, Stephanie Frances Wengler, Constance Elaine McCullough, Claire Elizabeth Hanlon, Sarah Michelina Mahoney, Julie Ann Kleinott, Megan Connolly, Emily Ryland Cook, Haley Elizabeth Abadi, Casey Marie Wood, Peter Richard Leonardis, Jessica Lynn Hennigan, Isabella Abigail Picchini, Sydney Ferris Shagg, Claire Kaitza Dragwa, Brooke Elizabeth Martin, Colin Kane, Shadi Alexandra Lopez, Jacqueline Elizabeth Moyer, Grace Olivia Eisenberg, Lindsay Acadia Getzinger, Kylie Rose Williams, Cole P. Hudnut, Lenora Arnell Thomas, Madeline E. Bierfass, Madison Gail Dalton, Jordan Christopher Buzza, Morgan Taylor Dempsey, Callie Jean Crouch, Patrick Andrew Adams, Lauren Teresa Boyle, Lee Perry James, Robin Crystal Cameron, Kyle Alexander Fenton, Timothy Stephen Brown, Tyler James Boucher, Javon Anthony Lee, Ethan O. Koob, Connor Thomas Mignano, Lauren Elizabeth Slavin, Mary Grace McGrath, Ava Catherine Russo, Chloe Marie Zavada, Lynn Twee Nguyen, Benjamin Foster, Sierra Monet Jones Greer, Olivia Camille Lamond, Emily Maria Rolls, Logan Mario Liro, Sajaf Malik, Emily R. Cuccio, Annabelle Laura Kurtz, Betsy Amanda Kreitzberg, Megan Grace Vanderboss, Rachel Marie Condren, Gabrielle Fumero, Sophia Bueno Feingold, Jenna Renee Reyes, Shannon Brianna Sweeney, John Henry Cowherd, John Michael Whaley, Colin Joshua Powell, Daniela Campos, Susan Andiandem Mbambab, Diana Guadalupe Martinez, Kian Pierce Williams, Myra Angelique Santana, Anna Hunter Dorneman, Juliana Nicole Bridges, Olivia Rose Riley, Kira Malloy, Jenna Marie Pintamali, Muskan Singh, Isabel Mercedes Nadal Roseli, Lisa Beatriz Velasco Miranda, Juliana Sofia Lectura Vasquez, Beatriz Martorell, Therese Agnes Dombo, Sarah Marie Melly, Aaron Michael Kostick, Mary Jane Chukwufanaya Olafunmi, Patience Aaliyah Gooden, Cameron Alexis Hoke, Maxwell Price Moyer, Michael John McNeil Jr., Adriana Marie Esposito, Teresa Rose Scalanga, Connor Matthew O'Donnell, Rohan Jwalation, Catherine Klaus Gazella, Kevin Patrick Villick, Reed Kang Hartman, Allison Lynn Letitian, Kayla Rose Sweeney, Mark David Smith Jr., Dana Marie Hungerford, Stella Rose Chiavone, Tiffany Libby Marciano, Ariana Flores Marcatos, Natalie Cecilia Brislin, Jennifer Morero, Julia Nicole Santos, Dina Lee Lamb, Michelle Lee Pham, Queena Lynn, Alicia Lee, Emily Lau, Sangel Mother, Juliana Kissinger, Elizabeth Grace Bergen, Sloan Maureen Leach, Daniel Alexander Berry, Annie Parapatile Matthew, Mara Lynn Burrell, Ashlyn Lee Murphy, Oscar Serra, Ryan Dolan Hess, Daphne Juliette Vandermolen, Madison Brooke Knapp, Samia Tahira Cushing, Madison Bell Palladino, Marissa Nicole Passarella, Andrew Atif Labib, Ratika Khanna, Chananchita Sigunlaya, Ryan bin Rahim, Gregory Alexander Boymel, Haley Nicole Whittorf, Ruby Corinne Williams, Alexia Nicole Haley, Darius Dykor Brown, El Hussein Ibrahim, Eric Anthony Pelliser, Raman Chiem, Travis M. Gear, Anthony Fedek Archer, James Kenneth Peters, Quinn Wynn, Madison Louise Roosh, James F. Furline, Shane Austin Gromack, Sky Olivia Strunk, Nell Elizabeth Gemma Grabowski, James Richard Hannigan, Ben Steyer Jefferis, JC Regina Lieberum, Samantha Margaret Garber, Tiana Lee Ramat, Gabrielle Aaron Berwick, Craig M. Ambrose, Dario Cosimo Apadula, Gianna Michelle Roselli, Olivia Amelia Grace Krasinski, Sydney Lauren Tefankshin, Alexandra Rose Zakaria, Caitlin Jewel Whetstone, Abigail Marie Welder, Priya Johnny, Kimberly Ann Meyer, Taylor Nicole Halteman, Mairead Catherine Campbell, Caitlin Molly Keene, Anna Grace Powers, Allison A. Kraske, Alana Simro, Erin May Lamana, Kristen Ruth Curran, Juliana Hackett, Marcelo Gutierrez, Hagar Hashim, Musharraf Khan, Ryan Patrick Mulligan, Samuel Joseph Kreider Gingerich, Olivia Page DeSanto, Maya Sofia Mendoza, Lily M. Bennett, Zoe McKenna Hogue, Ava Lauren McTamney Prexta, Marissa Viola Hembling, Kara Ann Moulton, Giovanna Elaine Constantino, Samuel Mark Jackson, Alexandra Nicole DeAndrea, Tori Frances Lindenmuth, Sarah B. Miller, Nicolette E. Markakis, Kiana M. Kaiser, Rebecca J. Elbaz, Alyssa Marie Tino, Marianne Freilich, Chelsea Nastasia Cotoni, Mahanor F. Siddiqui, Madison Lee Fuller, Emma Joy Lowerson, Kelly Lynn Unger, Jada Lynn Francis, Skylar Elise Schmidt, Fong Tao Hoang Nguyen, Devani T. Rao, Bisma Tanvir, Suhani A. Bhagat, Ishan Shailesh Patel, Neha Reddy Avala, Daniel Seamus O'Connell, Kayla Grace Flanders, Blaze Edward Doyle, Anne Rosemary Winkler, Pasqualina Catherine DeFeo, Jasper Dale Albright, Jeremy Romaine Bastian, Michael Brian Ruger, Damon Nicholas Jones, Daniel Joseph DeSandro, Shane Alexander Dever, Colin Thomas Wolf, Lily Grace McStravick, Juliana L. Smith, Alexandria Eileen Ebel, Valerie Caroline Hull, Cassidy Arlene Streb, Taylor A. Glunt, Anthony Thomas Hovick Jr., Patrick Connor Devine, William Martin Ferrario, Pietro Lawrence Bontempo, Troy Stefano, Justin Cole McGee, Michael Anthony Sasso, Usha Pranathi Vadati, Maria Danulis, Dana Ann Meyer, Claire Eileen Separak, Emery Margaret Hurst, Fallon Elizabeth Dolce, Anna Elizabeth Padula, Juliana Catherine Del Santro, Lauren Elizabeth Irvin, Grace Ann D'Amico, Danielle Gianna Merlot, Sarah Elizabeth Holland, Caitlin Marie Sabera, Caroline Jane Scallion, Shannon Josephine Moran, Catherine Scarlett Garris, Grace Amelia Barr, Casey Elizabeth Hoffman, Catherine Ann Kamali, Leonella Nicole Carrion Gonzalez, Jake Alexander DeAngelis, Christopher Michael Durkin, Joseph Adam Schreibman, Sean Joseph Rock, Tyler Kwa Themavong, Andrew Gindi, James Regis Miller Jr., Olivia Marie Scarantino, Carlos Emilio Rodriguez, Christopher James Klein, Brendan N. Hannum, Alexina Juliana Fiandra, Madison Rose Fife, Caroline Ann Lanos, Emily Catherine Sedgwick, Margaret Adele Kell, Kristen Nicole Andrews, Emily Anna Labroli, Emily Mary Rogie, Brian Robert Harms, Aziza Ayomide Oshinaike, Stephanie Michelle Quivelli, Tomika Terry, Stephanie Alexandra Fasolas, Jenna Nicole Iorio, Marie Elizabeth DiCarlo, James Matthew Bilboa, Christopher F. Haddad, Michael William Perino, Shannon Elizabeth Mooney, Julia St. Stokes, Mara Breen Montgomery, Caroline Ann Beck, Suzanne Lucy Pachano, Domenica Marie Million, Jared Stephen Turner, Antonia Teresa Mastraco, Victoria Madeline Petner, Mara Lenti, Erin Catherine O'Neill, Zoe Demetriadis, Diego Andres Perez, Andrea C. Hopgood Ortiz, Amelia Gray, Laurel Amy Angiuomo, Mackenzie E. Brennan, Caleb Michael Hovis, Shanice L. James, Alexis Marie Visco, John Paul Sheely, Aiden Hendricks Conry Murray, Colin Newman Haley, Ariel Rose Takel, Aiden Fianton Simpson, Aston Kemasoko, Montera Sofo, Nicole Marie Vargas Montero, Shreya Mayank Patel, Amruta Alori, Catherine Elizabeth Cerrucci, William Haywood, Joelis Michelle Torres, Amira Zipporah Woodland, Alyssa Sierra Chapman, Jameson A. Adgalain, Bader Faraj Alanazi, Chase Thomas Depew, Eamon R. Irving, Madison Taylor Mancino, Casilda Florent, Diana May Rock, Caroline Marie Patterson, Catherine Brady Engel, Jessica Morgan Smith, Sarah Frances Horan, Thomas David Regali, Aaron J. Tully, David Henry Knapp, Christopher James Brown, Isla Catherine Brennan, Harlem Jennings, Hunter Riley Parrish, Alexis M. Ford, Noah Dalton Pingle, Nina Lynn DiSabella, Jacqueline D. Goldsboro, Cyan S. Poteet Romero, Bruce Anthony Howard II, Gianna Michelle Callaghy, Samantha Y. Young, Radha Kishore Chandra Gansai, Sapna Nikunj Patel, Ritika Mukund, Hemraj Risal, August Snyder, Willem Joseph Alvarado, Alexander M. Iskander II, Faye S. O'Reilly, Kelly A. McCormick, Lauren Joyce O'Brien, Mahela Costin, Cecilia Ruth Petraconis, Donald John Sullivan, Mackenzie Allen, Dana N. DeMeo, Elizabeth Catherine Ferris, David Ethan McLaughlin, Jacob Kazuma Hull, Hannah Brookings Howard, Carly Noel Baczynski, Patrick Runfola, Matthew Vincent Clifford Jr., Milese Melendez Hernandez, Anastasia Haritzai, Lamia Marin Shushmi, Bennett Afram Ajay, Cassiopeia Chablis Moe Walker St. Phil, Ethan Leonard Rambo, Jack M. Bato, Dan Ashley Esquejo Fowney, Laura Anima Ajamine, Micah Kanique Williams, Josiane Perlette Tamara Carrington, Julia Marie Alexandrakis, Elizabeth Laura Tuchin, Raquel Mavana Lamb, Samantha Rocio Cintrone, Jason Lewis Kozmek, James Francis Baudet, Patrick Terrence O'Boyle I, Matthew Ralph Tiernan, Cole Hill Markley, Edward Alexander May,
and ladies and gentlemen, Coley Hunter. Ladies and gentlemen, your St. Joseph's University graduating class of 2023 from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Now, Dean Joseph D'Angelo of the class of 1970 will present the degree candidates from the Erevan K. Haub School of Business.
Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees from the Erevan K. Haub School of Business please rise? These graduates have fulfilled all of the requirements established by St. Joseph's University for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and the Bachelor of Business Administration degrees, and are hereby presented to the President for the conferring of those degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's University and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Business Administration on all those presented by the Dean and the faculty of the Erevan K. Hobbs School of Business. Please come forward.
Graduates, you may now don your hoods. Will the graduates from the Erevan K. Hobbs School of Business come forward to be recognized? Please withhold your applause and refrain from cheering until all names have been read. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Anthony Joseph Trotto, Luke Charles Abruzzi, Brett Edward Gatus, Jacqueline Jude Ward, Eleanor Smith, Olivia Nicole Dagnisi, Jenna Nicole Murphy, Annabelle Shee-J Estep, John Francis McGeever, Stephen A. Barada, Matthew Thomas Ziff, Andrew James Ritz, Jason Donald Greenwood, James Shea, Ryan Matthew Salyer, Sonia C. Botti, Addison E. Garretts, Veronica Tominska, Mariana Ronhel Koick, Chandler C. Turner, William Sweeney Griffin, Mario Alfred Licardello Jr., Michael Iannacido, John M. Doherty III, Liam Joseph Rooney, Connor James Homan, Shane Patrick Moran, Toby Akinye Luray, Lauren Evelyn Waldron, Destiny Savannah Little, Louis J. Contaris, Lauren Ann Stawali, Emma Julia Smith, Alexander John Oves Jr., James Joseph Enright II, Chad Louis Yanazone, Andrew John Casey, Luke William Mathis, Evan Benjamin Kaas, Valencia Anne Marie Mercadante, Anna Claire Cuff, Bridget Ann LaBeouf, Claudia Grace Fithian, Sydney Tate Schreiber, Sophia Grace Connor, Alessia Martiri, Juliana Marie Rosati, Sarah Elizabeth Gotthelf, Nicole Malia Lizuski, Emma Kate Guglielmini, Ave Mairead Burke, Elizabeth Ann Cartier, Anna Georgia Triantafilou, Mary Jane Dooner, Ryan Philip Coos, Daniel B. Phelan, Connor Davis Gallagher, James Wren Gambus, Nicholas Scott Gray, Kyle Garrett Flynn, Cameron Thomas Weiler, Benjamin Charles Friedlander, Mara Alice Farrell, Lauren Jane Bernick, Owen Gregory Blemlick, Aiden Patrick Dowling, Mary Amelia Lino, Jenna Marie Kozek, Siobhan Marie Scafidi, Alexandra Nicole DiMaggio, Andrew Morgan Rebele, Matthew Joseph Coffey, Ryan R. Benny, Isabel Seaton Murphy, Marie Elena Altman, Anna Nicole Jordan, Sydney Jane Maroney, Olivia M. Barnes, Emily Abigail Breininger, Connor Paul Lewis, Ryan T. McShane, Ryan Holden Hodlowski, Sean Harrison Mann, Tyler R. Nice, Michael Anthony Anderson, Daniel Mansfield, Gabriela Nicole Garcia Kranz, Daniel N. Remashevsky, Annika C. Monteforte, Abigail Teresa Bass, Jade Patricia Hinktgen, Amanda F. Sakaris, Annika Trisha Desai, Morgan Karina Digney, Shane P. Spence, Tyler Daniel Blake, Dean Blaze Dvorak, Samantha Ann Balker, Jack Thomas Labby, Lillian Grace Bowditch, Evan Robert McNabb, Nicholas Konstantinos Salopoulos, Salvatore Vincenzo Longo, Soteria Irene Salopoulos, Lauren Elizabeth Strain, Patrice Colleen Boselli, Ashley Rose McBride, Juliana E. Colantonio, Emily Claire Mandarano, Tara Lauren Rabin, Javon James Gordon, Caitlin A. Messina, Nadia Elizabeth Human, Aiden Solis Aguila, Frank John Mazuka, Joshua Preston Irwin, Michael Christopher Spader, Gretchen Louise Nolan, Francesca Ann Nicolosi, Joseph Michael Stellabati Jr., Kathleen Ann Brennan, Nicole Elizabeth Delavecchio, Timothy Patrick Kelly, Jonathan Charles Stivala, Brandon Scott Andraco, Thomas Patrick Corbett, Lisa Ross, Emma K. O'Neill, Mallory A. Jubb, Jessica M. Gagan, Caitlin Elizabeth Benton, Peyton Lynn Baxter, Erica K. Lawrence, John Robert Meyer III, Jake V. Aliquo, Alexander Javira, Ethan James Stokes, Amaris Ileana Ortiz, Damara Elise Arrington, Esmeralda A. Vasquez, Pascal Juliette Elkick, Lauren Elaine Pembleton, Garrett Hansen Martinez, Sophia Francine Javier, Paige A. McHugh, Patrick Lane Connor, Joshua Michael Hayes, Robert Wilsey Jr., Jake Michael Coons, Michael Vincent De Palma, Frederick Daniel de Blasio, Tylon Jean Bichachiolu, Mark Brian Martinelli II, Gavin James Elliott. Mario Francis D'Elia III. Brendan Patrick McCormick. Nicholas Joseph Veneziano. Aidan Paul Sullivan. Nicholas Joseph Serentino. Louis Patrick Marzo. Nicole Marie Grossbaum. Catherine Grace McMullen. Nina Atty. Jack Gregory Monty. Jake Christopher Strong. Patrick Joseph Burke. Connor Christopher Brown. Derek Andrew Siselka. Lauren Fitzsimmons. Elizabeth Ray Acquione. Emily Elizabeth Fournier Renz. Brendan Patrick Armitage. Joseph Carmen DeGenio. Jeffrey Joseph Spots Jr. Vincent Mentasana. Michael Richard Sullivan. Stephen Salvatore Pesci. Anthony Pesci. Robert James Shangle. Dylan Michael McGowan. Nicholas P. Chan. Federico Veltri Jr. Aidan Patrick Rhodes. Rocco Frederick Maniaci. Paul Peter Ruddy. Samuel M. Bertrando. Mia M. Nixon. Daniel Joseph Stefanski. Anthony Edward Seiler. Matthew Robert Rosen. Peter Charles Pano. Edward Francis Bacon. Ryan Timothy Maines. Colin Joseph Daly. Alexander William White. Anthony James Clemenza. Nicholas Ronald Manzi. Jillian Rose Bodemer. Joseph John Raytano III. Brian N. Hamill. Anthony Richard Galuzza. Maria C. McBride. Laura Brooke Walker. Tara Hagan Uhas. Jacqueline Nicole Harding. Stephanie Marie Hiltpold. William Patrick Hamilton. Oscar Augusto Colon. Sebastian Manuel Casillas. Liam Francis Lyons. Pablo Alejandro Jaramillo. Matthew Martin Dennis. John David Whitaker. Owen Edward Creedon. Matthew Robert Medvey. Joseph P. McKenna. Victoria Anna Shortino. Catherine Ann McGowan. Kenny J. Generone. Neil Arun Bhatt. John Barron. Mary Kate Cleary. Gabriella Marie Malise. Elizabeth Marie Olenchak. Adriana Maria De Naples. Victoria Ann Amoroso. John Jack Cormac McCary. Ryan Michael Culp. Christopher Kirby. Brian Patrick Concannon. Zachary Smith. Sean Patrick Threlfall. Nora Ann Hinkie. Nicolette Bianca Senator. Chloe Elizabeth Mazik. Rubab Utter. Arame Diasai. Rachel Lynn Monper. Michaela Joanna Cotonidis. Morgan Elizabeth Patterson. Lauren Morgillo. Greta Jeanette McDonald, Gina Marie Maffa, Megan Elizabeth England, Gianna Caroline Donato, Erin Elizabeth Snyder, Mallory Elizabeth Grossman, Lauren Elizabeth Hunt, Megan Elise Galata, Caitlin Elizabeth Yakubovich, Anya Maria Dozanova, Kathleen C. McGinnis, Emma Dorothy Skay, Caroline Smith Carson, Natalie G. Daly, Elizabeth Sophie Culp, Gahina Emmanuel Remy, Alana K. Thompson, Joseph Ryan Willard, Vincent Michael Crandall, Andrew Sean Chavez Jr., Catherine Cecilia Flory, Haley Elise Hukari, Andrew M. Moyer, Robert Allen Wilson, Christian Joseph D. Lorenzo, Madeline Grace Hartman, Emily Elizabeth Carolio, Ryan Brogan Carey, Daniel Brian Schulke Jr., Gavin Edward Tilley, Adam J. Mink, Rushik Krishna Japuti, Bailey John Cafone, Paul William Argerio, Zachary Robert Marzo, Colin Michael DeRose, Jeffrey Leonardo Floramo, Nolan Andrew Perry, Nicholas Joseph Kowalski, Patrick Robert Slavchev, William James Tracy III, Edmund Mancinelli, James Patrick Bambrick, Patrick Cormac Johnson I, William Joseph McCann, Thomas Michael Griffin, Jack Patrick O'Reilly, Nicholas Aronenzi, Evan W. Andrews, Michael James Lill, Maxwell Christopher Hager, Ailey Kaleem, Julius Clifton McCullough Jr., Jalen Isaiah Bennett, Charles D. Coleman III, Jalen Dwayne Lambert, Jerome Cameron Brown, Matthew Joseph Reebok, Dewan Raphael Donaz, David Costas Vafiatis, Dalton John McNabb, Ethan Steele Trainer, Ethan Michael Valentine, Jonathan P. Slominski, Jack G. O'Reilly, Ian Charles Thomas, Kenneth Joseph Myers, Bradley Ames Atkinson, Johnny D. Bessaker, Anton Oscar Friedrich Janssen, Christopher David Hunt, Dante Francis Ciosi, Alexander Leonard Hartman, James Christopher Fletcher, Rachel Elizabeth Hornig, Brooke Carolyn Buzga, Mally Eve Solinsky, Valentina Vavlas, Emma Grace Price, Madeline Julia Farrell, Olivia Nicole Barnhart, Anna Maria Simoni, Joseph Michael Reese III, Matthew Nocerino, Taylor Ann Brenza, Lucille Margaret Ott, Lucia Penelope Nardelli, Sophia Francesca Amato, Ireland Shannon Amato, Elizabeth Stowe Charlton Weiss, Mohammed Nassim Fenjiro, Sarah Elizabeth Pembroke, Jenna Giovanna Danielson, Anna Danielle DiRienzo, Marissa Annalise Seratano, Anfisa Fitzpatrick, Molly Kate McDonough, Margaret Angela McLaughlin, Gabrielle Maria Lundquist, Riley Elizabeth Carroll, Robin Renee Julia Blakeamullen, Carrie Daly, Jamie Quinn Francillo, Justin C. Duenas, Matthew Thomas Bomer, Salvatore Pascarella, Wright Seeley, Patrick Thomas Clemens, Ryan Alexander Kemp, Michael McLaughlin IV, Alexander Joseph Keener, Colin F. Reich, Sean J. Wolf, Brett Nelson Zabransky, Ryan J. Overbay, Alana Lee Worf, Evan Carter Sternbach, Adam Patrick Prater, Nicole Grace Murray, Gianna Marie Rose Furlan, Juliana Marie Bastos, Isabella Marie Travy, Gabrielle Rose Grillo, Brenna Marin Lamone, Alexander P. Bakenyevich, Dominic M. Carroll, Jake Blaze Rusky, Athanasios C. Kutzvatsoulas, Christopher Samuel Matthew, Jaden Aaliyah Walker, Darren Aaliyah Minus Vincent, Claire Marie Stoudemeyer, Mary Rose Zerwanka, Sarah Ann DiMarino, James Anthony Gilhooly, Patrick A. Richardson, William James Burrow, Nicholas Antonio Romano, Caitlin Helen Della Vecchia, Lauren Nicole Otto, Madison Jennifer Haas, Emily Isabel Lucier, Elizabeth Kelsey Drosch, Jillian Claire Villanova, Grant J. Stevenson, Thomas Richard Gilmartin, Sean Michael Goldsmith, Nicholas D. Nicola, Michael Anthony Castellano, Thomas Fairbrother McBride, Jack Failing, Liam Jonathan Robb, Andrew M. Finnegan, John Andrew Higgins, Colin R. Kissane, Lucas Newman, Nicholas John Torres, Kyle Philip Stavala, Timothy Robert Heslin, Nathan Lidka, Kyle Joseph Pinkova, Morgan Ashley Rogers, Camille Lopresti Cipollone, Catherine Costantino, Sydney Nicole Burns, Claire Elise Dempsey Becker, Morgan Joy Rotelli, Fotini Christina Sakos, Kylie Jamie Cello, Andrew Joseph Scheuerman, Daniel Patrick McGuire Jr., John Anthony DeMarco III, Frank Patrick Sorokin, Michael Terzano, Charles Michael Andrus, Nicholas Katrapa, Mitchell Andrew Kosara, Ryan A. Bozarth, Ryan John Hine, Ryan Matthew Bolts, Benjamin Delaney, Erica Maria Triolo, Celia Margaret Matty, Patrick J. Kernan, Sydney Ann Tallarico, Victoria Elizabeth Shabilia, Juliana Rose DeWeese, Margaret Catherine Nolan, Paul Connor Ferreira, Michael Andrew Ribeiro, Andrew John Nealon, Peter Joseph Grise, Demir Todd Young, Grace Elizabeth Reed, John Anthony DeMiglio, Daniel Semino Mariello, Patrick T. Falkenstein, Evan D. Mars, William Robert Sanchin, Gabriela Marie Santos, Tracy Leigh Hines, Samantha Quintero Uribe, Sydney V. Foster, Quinn L. Sokol, Anthony John Reagan, Mark Anthony L. Rodriguez, Jackson Scott Thomas Donnelly, Colby Anthony Schneider, Julia Nicole Butler, Julianne McGuire, Megan Lynn Bradley, Aileen Leslie Keene, Gabriel Samelchuk, Meredith Rhodes, Fiona Grace O'Flanagan, Catherine Rose English, Nino Lauren Aquino, Joseph John Runzer, Kevin Michael Morrison Jr., Keegan Lee Gallagher, Samantha Ava Kovacs, Kabir Singh Baines Shepherd, Nicholas Charles Fiocco, Shane Edward Deegan, Charles Joseph McBride, Christopher Robert Mandato, Christopher Paul Durante, Adriana Mary Diaz, Morgan Adriana Zieber, Kaylin Gabriella Crabtree, Elizabeth Harper Gibbons, Anne Monica Corrigan, Emily Grace Mooney, Julia Elizabeth Quitek, Molly Ann Nebbia, Adam Joseph Janowitz, Andrew Christopher Noto, Brian William Giro, Jacob Preston Biersack, Ryan James Carney, Thomas Anthony Zoino, Sean Joseph Verdi Jr., Ethan Lewis Barron, Matthew James Gigliotti, Alexis V. Hager, Jessica Ann Williams, David Opita Ode, Victoria Ray Dunn, Kylie Marie Arnone, David Noah Shepard, Flynn Thomas McNamara, Abby Kimball DiRenzo, Alexander James Williams, Salvatore Morano, Calvin Mark O'Neill, Christian Michael Miller, Andrew Joseph Yanantuano, Zachary Edward Carr, David Thomas Gray, Jr., Patrick J. Homa, Victor T. Price, Evan Joseph Copenhaver, Christopher Thomas Nicholson, Brooke Ann Freund, Julia Annette Allison, Evan Charles Whitcraft, Anthony Gray Carlino, Carlos Gerardo Delgado, Colin Alexander Dardis, Daniel Joseph Tomtitian, Max Richard Rossetti, Nicholas Anthony Coppola, Edward James Lemanovich, William Jennings Altier, Adam Peter Sannen, Thomas Edward Shearer, Jr., Joseph Angelo Martello, Bridget Ann Bosman, Henry James Wells, Manuel Andres Eboli, Robert Luke Kibblehouse, Matthew Jenkins, Catherine Jane Cajoris, Maria Dolores Garza de la Vega, Amina Sadiq, Saren Emily Ash, Sean E. McDonald, Kanisha Shashaka Jones, Daniel Gallagher, Marcela del Carmen Ruyan Rive, Beatriz Isabel Calderon, Fernando Jose Cordova Rodriguez, Manuel Enrique del Valle Sanchez, Diego Alejandro Lopez Gomez, Javier Andres Garote, Javier Enrique Brugueras Baco, Javier Andres Calderon, Sebastian Jose Hyen, Fernando Acosta, Lorenzo Valentino Vasallo,
Please recognize the graduates from the Erevan K. Haub School of Business. Dean Joshua Power of the classes of 2005 and 2016 will now present the degree candidates from the School of Education and Human Development.
Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees from the School of Education and Human Development please rise? These graduates have fulfilled all of the requirements established by St. Joseph's University for the Bachelor of Science degrees and are hereby presented to the President for the conferring of those degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's University and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer the degrees of Bachelor of Science on all of those presented by the Dean and the faculty of the School of Education and Human Development.
Graduates, you may now don your hoods. Will the graduates from the School of Education and Human Development come forward to be recognized? Please hold your applause and refrain from cheering until all names have been read.
Emily Maureen Ash, Julia C. Ritchie, Elizabeth Grace Rattazzi, Catherine Grace McCauley, Kelly Brady Ivanek, Taylor Nicole Hamilton, Ashley Claire DeMaya, Kayla Marie Kistler, Grace Marie Salmon, Savannah Nicolina Jenks, Mackenzie Grace Oraho, Ayla Cheryl Killian, Aiden G. Convery, Morgan Ashley King, Caroline Elizabeth Duffner, Naomi Kayla Napier, Dimitra Karapolitis, Alyssa N. Notariani, Anna Rose Gambesha, Alexandra Cecilia Pla, Julia C. Palermo, Anna Carnes Miller, Riley A. Evans, Rebecca Nicole Morizi, Carly Rose Barton, Keely R. McGuigan, Emma Rose Licksauer, Sophie Elizabeth Adler, Samantha Burke Franzman, Catherine Page McCullough, Kristen Elizabeth Rivatuso, Marissa Ray Vance, Elena Barb, Lucas Coomer, Molly Ann Burke, Sophia Mary Giovingo, Kaylee Nicole Esposito, Chloe Sophia Grieshaber, Isabel Frances Casey, Megan Victoria Glover, Alexandra Rose Burke, Madeline Isabella Ball, May Catherine Hughes, Brianna C. Reyes, Gabriela L. Naparano, Allison Jane Sorensitz, Cadence Diane Rydell, Ashley Barbara Sweeney, Michelle Elizabeth Mateo, Catherine Marie Servi, Julia Bryn Manchester, Peyton M. Malloy, Isabel Roberts Traphagen, Tanisha V. Miller, Jaquay Anderson, Sarah Ann Myers, Jacob Richard Levins,
Please recognize the graduates from the School of Education and Human Development. Dean Edward Foote of the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy's class of 1987 and 1991 will now present the degree candidates from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy.
Will the graduates for all bachelor's degrees from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy please rise? These graduates have fulfilled all of the requirements established by St. Joseph's University for the Bachelor of Science degrees and hereby are presented to the President for conferring of those degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's University and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer the degree Bachelor of Science on all of those presented by the Dean and faculty of the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy.
Graduates, you may now don your hoods. Will the graduates from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy come forward to be recognized? Please withhold your applause and refrain from cheering until all names have been read.
Jonathan Gideon, Gabriel Camino, Arshia Halezadeh, Matthew Lucas Hubner, Zachary Joseph Scuderi, Garrett Cornelius Walker, Benjamin David Halliday, Saburak Sang Horn, Dawson Doe, Mohammed Shahroz Ul Haq, Michael Joseph Paolillo, Furkan A. Amin, Anthony Van Cow, Madeline Alice Burford, Miranda Ray Barker, Ali Amer Kokar, Merlin Rajan, Janice Marie Jason, Mahi M. Oja, Adesh Pal, Kevin Lynn, Christina Mary Thomas, Jamie Louise Polero, Erin Michelle Seddon, Lauren Marie Stark, Elissa Marie Zakaria, Alexis K. Lubansky, Nadia Reyes, Janessa Iris Maldonado, Lisa Sai, Cindy W. Yoon, Dylan Cole Porras, Kevin K. Abraham, Christopher Tae-Suk Oh, Evan Daniel Metzger, Ryan Vipul Kumar Patel, Daniel John Antonelli, Jeffrey Del Rossi Jr., Kelsey Lee Hochstall, Diane Elissa Torregrosa, Mackenzie McCall, Vincent Joseph Kelly II, Abigail Petlarski, Sophie T. Vo, Justin Ibrahim, Hope Elizabeth Diodato, Bryce G. Chopko, Alexander Roman Israeli, Christopher Joseph Kelly, Thomas Salaj, Colleen Huzanek, Myra Hina Anwar, Kayla Milan Nueva, Jovina Alicia Fager, Luz K. Rosario, Rena Leanne Cuneo, Anam Zahid Bhatti, Krina Patel, Shika Sanjay Patel, Kimberly N. Fan, Hui Zhen Ni, Jia Ho, Lee Yu, Natalia Faith Giroux, Trey Roy McCollum, Melanie Elizabeth Slowick, Annie Yoon, Alexis Gabrielle Kincaid, Lillian Yebois Apia, Kavita Sukumar, Divya Jyothi Pillay, Echo Abinye, Catherine Nu Dang, Alexa Hidalgo, Stephanie Melissa Levy, Jaron Matthew Polit Moran, Zoran Anthony Makatange, Anina Johnson, Maria Mole Nelson, Ashley Mariam Joseph, Ants Maria Tankachin, Tracy Wen, Charlotte Yu Ying Yi, Tomia Legaspi, Sarah Yu, Noor Riyad, Kea B. Patel, Michael George Thompson, Holden Albert Andrew Cabbage, Matthew Zui Lee, Marguerite Aaron Danker, Lena Wong, Sarah Ahmad, Aditi Baljit Singh Dale, Simran Kaur, Lauren Aaliyah Walker, Kendra Elizabeth Vasilius, Ian Lee Kachanowski,
Please recognize the graduates from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. Dean Sinclair Smith will now present the degree candidates from the School of Health Professions.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree for the School of Health Professions please rise? These candidates have fulfilled all the requirements established by St. Joseph's University for the Bachelor of Science degrees and are hereby presented to the President for conferring of those degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's University and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer the degrees Bachelor of Science on those presented by the Dean and the faculty of the School of Health Professions.
Graduates, you may now don your hoods. Will the graduates from the School of Health Professions come forward to be recognized? Please withhold your applause and refrain from cheering until all names have been read.
Nisha Patel, Divya Modi, Lindsay Renee Fan, Kerrigan Victoria Clem, Sydney Lynn Swope, Kalea J. Zhou, Razel Adal Tabora, Russell Stephen Volosov, Stanley Matayanakavo Xavier, Camly T. Wynn, Devin Chen, Margaret Green, Tan Zui Lee, Rachel Marie Castro, Judy Paul, Victoria Elizabeth Burke, Dominique Dietz, Alyssa Nicole Holodick, Victoria Olayemi Kalawale, Victoria Olayemi Kalawale, Olive Eberechi Eham, Quinn Thomas Brogan, Andrew DeCraft, Maria Gabrielle Snedeker, Andy Hu Lamb, Nicholas Anthony Mazzone, Catherine Maureen Wills, Claudia Danielle Morgan, Angelina Conceso Diaz, Courtney Marie Bloom, Alex Matthew Johnson, Riley C. Vinkson, Carrie Lynn Patterson, Gabriella Ann Polera, Lauren Marie Del Giudice, Megan Claire Lazook, Gisela Marie Romeo, Daniela M. Masson, Juliette Marie Millione, Hannah Louise Lashinsky, Caitlin Brooke Thompson, Lillian M. Zelinsky, Allison Mayjun Yan, Pooja Patel, Alicia Joseph, Prerna S. Cote, Anjali M. Roman Medina, Andrew Stephen Rush, Andrew Hayden Rosamilia, Lauren Rose Cuccinello, Matt Nelson Pidlawan Bansil, Andrew Fuyi Gibson, George Jules Zemlanicki, Ahmed Abumar, Noel Michaela Seekman, Catherine A. Benincasa, Chloe Wong, Malia Noel Drift, Ashley Marie Orendak,
Matthew R. Studley,
Emily Ann Elliott, Anna Louise Moat Kirk, Derek D. Gearhart, Natalie Rose Vaughn, Anna Marie Savino, Alyssa G. McBride, Amel Elizabeth Benny, Alexia Nicole Aquino Flores, Queenie Sophia Ola Kalanta, Jaspreet Kaur Gill, Colin Patrick Scully, Miranda Renee Lilly, Danielle Catherine Dwyer, William Lance Forbaugh, Catherine Aaron Gibbons, Nana Ajua Ofosua Fache, Casey Marie Patton, Mary G. Patika, Dana Marie Beckwith, Bettina Marie McGlocky Tamale, Alicia S. Lomax, Isabella M. Ruggieri, Brianna Nicole Meinweiser, Alexandra Louise Caro, Alexa Rita Fiore, Catherine Danielle Friedman, Matthew T. Davidio, Catherine Rose McGonigal, Ashlyn Rose O'Brien, Madeline Grace Williams, Anna Lee Martin, Mira Lucia Masseri, Layla Janice Peterson, Aaron Sharma, Nirali Jayan Doshi, Ishani Shah, Angelica Rivera, Jessica Muskai, Sharon Mashkovich, Lily Peachin Park, Jenna Grace Troiano, Lauren Olivia Monahan, Martha Claire McNamara, Julia Therese Scott, Courtney Aaron Burns, Michaela Catherine Truckee, Madeline Grace Harbin, Maria Paul, Bryn Elizabeth Spade, Catherine F. Fox, Lena Michelle Jewell, Sage Leslie Stutz, Caroline B. Webb, Angelina DeLeo, Jaden Nicole Avery, Brianna Nicole Palmer, Sophia Marie Pringle, Tyler Xavier Finnerty, Claire Mary Grace Scheipel, Colin B. Morris Jr.,
Emma Victoria Lankin.
Please recognize the graduates from the School of Health Professions. And now will the graduates please rise? As a sign of your entry into the company of the learned, you may now move your mortarboard tassels from the right to the left. At this time, I would like to introduce Ali Corso of the classes of 2009 and 2022, President of the Alumni Association.
Congratulations, class of 2023. Today is such a special day for you, your family and friends, and one that I hope you cherish forever. Your class has lots to be proud of, and this is just the beginning. Your hard work, tenacity, and intellectual curiosity is celebrated by those of us here today on Hawk Hill, those watching via live stream, and it extends to the 100,000 alumni that came before you. As your president of the Alumni Association, it brings me such joy and pride to be the first to welcome you as alumni of St. Joseph's University. Go forth and set the world on fire. I wish you a lifetime of success. Stay connected to the university and fellow alumni. Be mentors for future Hawks for generations to come. Continue being a Hawk with and for others. Make yourself proud each and every day. And always remember, the Hawk will never die.
You may be seated. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to welcome the 29th president of St. Joseph's University, Dr. Cheryl A. McConnell.
All right, I heard those groans. So in the interest of time, I just want to add my congratulations to all of you and for the best of luck in the future, and I hope to see you on campus again. Say it with me, loud and proud, the Hawk will never die.
Thank you, Dr. McConnell. At this time, I ask Daniel R. J. Joyce of the Society of Jesus and the class of 1988 to the podium to offer the benediction. Please rise.
In the words of Swedish singer Loreen, it's #1 Eurovision hit from last Saturday. I don't want to go, but baby, we both know it's not our time. It's time to say goodbye until we meet again. Because this is not the end, it will come a day when we will find our way. So violins are playing and angels are crying. When the stars align, I'll be there. You're stuck on me like a tattoo. So good and gracious God, we may not want to go, but it is indeed our time to say goodbye only until we meet again. This is certainly not the end, oh God, because each day we will find our way armed with the wisdom and character that we have found in our stay at SJU. So let the violins play and the angels sway like a seal upon our heart, oh God. As the stars align, you'll be there for us, and we'll be there for each other in our world. Amen. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Father Joyce. Our ceremony has concluded. We ask that you remain in your places until our honored guests have left the stage and the academic procession has marched down the main aisle. Graduates of the class of 2023, we salute you for your achievements and wish you each well in your life's journey.